my COVID-19 experience, what I went through, what I saw, what I heard, is something that was unbelievable. It's something that I could not just imagine. Like, guys, COVID-19. Would they? How do you do? How do you do? How do you do? Hello, my beautiful, my pretty, my gorgeous, my handsome, my my daughter, my shining crowns. How you guys doing? I'm sure you guys are doing great. I'm sure you guys are bouncing like a newborn baby. Yes. Guys, I'm here with another banger video, and this time around I'm going to tell you my COVID-19 tests experience, my unbelievable symptoms of my COVID-19 test, guys. So guys, last 2 months I went for a job offer, and that job, it was a must for us to go through the COVID-19 test palaver. Seriously, yeah, at Iseyin I went for a job offer, like, you understand. So when I got there, they told us to go and do our COVID-19 test. At first, many of us didn't do it because of the fear and panic. We're all panicking and everything. So I was like, okay, at least, you know, person don't maneuver that one finish, not knowing that they were still going to come back to meet us at I beg, go do your COVID-19 test. So like few days later, they came to meet us, we marketers, because I worked, yeah, I was employed to work as a marketer in a camp at Iseyin. So when we got there, guys, they came to tell us that we have to go and do our COVID-19 test, or else they will sack us, like they will not allow us to come back as a marketer. They will send us out. So I was like, okay, let's go for it now. So but before we went for it, I was so scared. At that point in time, I was already having cold, you understand. I was already having cold, but I was not like, how will I go for this test when I already have a cold? Won't they think I'm already positive? That was what was going through my mind. But I had to go for the test. When I got there, guys, oh my god, if you see how people were panicking, people were scared, people were tearing up, that fear alone made me started developing headache, and I was coughing. Like me that already had a cold, I was shaking. My eyes were already red, my eyeballs were already red, guys. So we got there. When we got there, we just said, okay, we relaxed, and all of a sudden they called us that, okay, we need to fill form. So coppers did their own. They have somebody that were attending to them. We marketers, we had someone that was attending to us. So the form they filled alone, that thing, it was scary. They asked us where we are living, our name, and they were asking us few questions that me myself, I know I was having that symptoms, but I lied to them that it was a lie. They asked me, are you having cold? I told them no, but I was having cold. They asked me, do you have headache? I told them no, I'm not having headache. But at that moment, I was having serious headache, guys, serious headache. So after lying to them, I went to sit down, waiting for them to do the main test. And while I was sitting down, I saw people crying, people shaking, people complaining that they are having headache after the whole test. I was like, who they go and think, say me self? I was not scared in a way that I was like, me that I'm already having all these symptoms. When I go now, you're like, won't they think that maybe I'm already positive to COVID test? So I had to just brave up and said, okay, Bukunmi, you can do this. I don't know how it's gonna be, but I'm going to like go through it victoriously. So I just summoned my mind, like I just braved up, like, okay, let's do this. So when people were going for their test, I was stepping back because I was not ready to go and witness that, because I was having headache and catarrh at that point in time. Then while I was sitting there, one copper came to meet me and said, sister, I'm looking for a friend of mine. I was like, I don't know this friend you're talking about. You know, where there's crowd, how do you expect me to know your friend? I was like, seriously, why would this lady come to meet me that she's looking for a friend? So well, but I was polite enough to tell her that, okay, oh, sorry, oh, who are you talking about? Because I don't think I know that your friend. Then she told me that, oh, the friend sent her message that she was tested positive to COVID-19. So I'm sure the reason why she was asking me, she thought maybe her friend was the only person that was tested positive. So she wanted to know if I'm aware, or maybe they announced them. And one thing about them is that when you test positive, nobody will know. They do it codedly. The way they will just tell you to step aside, or they'll just tell you to go, but indirectly they're telling you to go somewhere else and they'll go and meet you. So they are doing all those things codedly, so you can never know who is positive and who was negative. So and I told her that, oh, sorry, I didn't hear of anybody testing to positive here. So she was worried. Immediately that thing just dawned on me that, what if they tell me, say, me too, I'm positive? God, I was praying instantly that, God, let this cold go, make this cold and kata just vanish. Like this headache, why this headache just come at this time? I was just praying. I was getting angry at myself at that time again, that Bukunmi, what kind of fear are you having, that just this small thing, I don't develop headache, cold, cough, that I was just praying within me, but the thing no stop. Now so all those symptoms, they increase, guys. The headache increased, the cold increased, the kata increased. Like I was coughing, but I was coughing codedly, so that people beside me will not know that I'm coughing. So later on, before it got to me, there was one particular man that went. Before the man went ahead to sit down, the man was already tearing up. Like a grown-up man was crying, guys. He was crying. Like the fear in him was more than, like, over 100%. Like let's say 200% fear. I swear, if there's something like that, the guy was so scared. Like he was crying. Immediately he sat down like this. If you see, he was crying like a newborn baby. Like tears full all his face. It's not, guys, it's not exaggeration. I'm not exaggerating. No, I'm telling you what really happened. It really pained me that at that point in time I didn't go with my phone when I went for the test. Unless I would have made a short clip of that man while he was crying. My phone was in my room when they called us to go and do the test. So I was not with my phone at that time. So I wish I could do a video of that guy, man. But guy was crying. Then immediately they put the pin in his nose, guys. Oh God. You not even allow them to put the pin before he started shaking his head, shaking his body. So they were not telling him that, Oga, please calm down. This thing, if you are doing like this, it will be more painful for you. Just calm down. We're all telling him that he should calm down. At the same time, we're making jest of him, but we're telling him that, Oga, calm down now. He's not that hard now. Immediately they put the pin inside his nose. Like if you said, the man began to shake and cry the more. So fortunately for him, they were able to get the substances, and the thing was painful. Like when the man got up, he cried the more, and he was like, he did not even send us. So when he was crying, it was as if nobody was there. Like he was just crying as if he was the only one with that man. He did not send us. He was not even kind of shy or trying to, he did not even comport himself that, oh, I don't cry too much. No. So that was one funny thing I experienced over there. So when it got to my turn, guys, somebody gave me the gist that the other guy, when you go to that other guy and he put the pin in your nose, the guy is like, he does not do it carefully and you develop more headache. But if you go to the other guy, you do it with care. You put the needle inside your nose with care and you develop less headache. So I was like, okay, now so. And fortunately for me, I'm the next person to go to the other man that he does it with care. So I told them that, no, you no go chance me. Right now, I know they all right. So I guys go to this other man where they do it with care. When I went there, I was kind of scared, guys. I was shaking, but I didn't let it be obvious that I was shaking. So when the man put the needle at first, the man was unable to bring out substances. So I just had to hold the chair and I became startled, like I became startled, so I will not shake. So it will be easy for the man to remove the substances. Later, the man just put the needle inside and he was able to remove the substances from my nose. I was happy, but at that point in time, I developed more headache. This side of my brain, before I was having slight headache, but later, one left side of my brain was really banging me, baga. And it was not only me that experienced that thing, a lot of them experienced this, but later on, when we left, I was kind of feverish. That's the symptoms I developed after the COVID-19 test. I was feverish. My cold increased. Like I was just so cold. Inside of me was so cold. Like, I was just praying to God that, God, I pray I don't test positive to this whole thing, because they didn't give us our result. They just told us to go. They will call our name and tell us to go. Later on, one of 5 of us that were laughing at the man, I later didn't see the lady. So, and I asked one of her friends that, how far now? Where's your friend? I've not seen her. She now told me that she's positive to COVID-19 test. I was like, how come now? I was shocked to hear that news. So they told me that they took her to an isolation center. So 2 days later, they told me that, oh, they are treating her well. They gave her food, big chicken and the rest, that they didn't even tie her up or take her into an hospital bed or something. They just lock her up in one room like that, like, hey. Now so they do. I was shocked. Then, like a week later, the lady came back to the camp. The marketer came back to the camp. I was like, person will test to positive. How was she able to come back to the camp? Then later on, one of the guys that did the test for us was not gisting me. There are a lot of things that you guys don't know about this COVID test. You notice that somebody tested positive. Later on, the person become negative, and you guys will be wondering, how did it happen? Guys, there are a lot of things they do. So the guy now told us that the lady was not actually positive at that point, that there was a mistake. Like, when they mixed everything and did the test, then what they saw was positive. Later on, when they went to do the proper test, they discovered that she was negative. So they now sent a text message to her phone when she was in the isolation center that her test result says negative, she's COVID-19 negative. So that's when she now told them that, how can you guys tell me that I'm positive, whereas they just sent me a message that I'm negative? They were now apologizing to her that she should not be angry, that maybe there was a mix-up in the whole test, whatever. When the guy was not telling me that that's what they do sometimes, but that thing doesn't really make sense. Why would they do something? At least they should have done proper check before they announced to her that, okay, this is your result, though, and this. So thank God say they don't do that mix-up to my own side, though. If for them, like, I would have done a lot of madness to them, because it does not make sense. You already thought that, okay, oh, this, so just imagine, you guys just imagine that you are COVID-19 test positive, and later you now got the gist that it was a mixed up, it was a mistake, and you were not negative. How will you feel, guys? But lucky enough for me, guys, I tested negative. When I saw my result, I was like, thank God. Oh, after the old symptoms I had that day before the test self, God still did a miraculous thing in my life, because I was thinking maybe they will tell me I'm positive, because I was already getting some of the symptoms before the test. But guys, it was a really hell. Like, it was fun at the same time. I went through a lot. So that's the gist I have for you. Even though I developed some symptoms, I became feverish after the test. I developed cold. I was having headache. I almost became sick, guys, but I had to just treat myself. I took more of warm water after the old test. So this is what I went through, guys. So guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you've not done so. I'll see you guys in my next video. I still remember your girl Bukunmi Adeyemi, a.k.a. bkcrown. Remember, always be you, stay positive, and don't let anything weigh you down. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.